present to you what's going on, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Live with Wolfman. I am your host, Jacob Wolfman, and this is a show about cool stuff. All the things I'm interested in, all the things you're interested in. Martial arts, tricking, point fighting, sparring, photography, media. We could be talking about social media stuff one day. We can talk about Chinese trickers the next day. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about Chinese trickers. Why Chinese trickers? Because they're absolutely amazing, but nobody really knows about them. They're a mystery. They're hiding off in China. They have the firewall, so they don't have the same access to the internet that the rest of the world does. They don't speak English, so they don't have the ability to communicate with a lot of trickers around the world. And despite all these barriers, there's still a huge tricking scene in China, and one that the rest of the tricking world doesn't know too much about. So today we're trying to bridge the gap and kind of show you behind the scenes what's happening in China. This is going to be a really crazy episode for a lot of trickers out there. I tried a little bit of an experiment today. Hopefully I fixed it with a lagginess. I'm looking at my live stream right now, and I'm looking pretty laggy, which is not good. Not a good sign. I don't know if I can change this on the fly. Let me see if I can change this on the fly. Ultra fast. What does that do? So hopefully that will fix it. I'm having some lag issues. So I'll play a video and it'll be chopped up. So maybe you're watching a snafu swipe trick, but all you see is a blur and then a land. So hopefully we need to have a solid stream in order for this show to effectively work today, because we're going to be watching some detailed tricks. So while I figure out if the stream improves, let me just bring in my guests and we'll get to know my guests. Everybody, give me all the floating hearts that you have, all the floating thumbs up you have. Give me some energy. These guys are sleepy. It's 1 a.m. over in China. They're falling asleep on me, so we got to give them some energy. Give it up for Valentine and Artem. What?
Hey, what's
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, guys? You are live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Hi, everybody. Very nice to be on your show. Really I really enjoy every time to watch you. I comment a lot, and it's always a lot of content I really like, and I try to participate most of the time. And yeah, really, I'm really enjoying it to be here tonight, and happy to share some knowledge about Chinese trigger. So I'd like to introduce Artem, who is we will start to work together to make some stuff soon with China. We will talk about it a bit later, and that's it. Yeah.
Awesome. So, Valentine, the reason why I brought you on the show is because, one, you're a regular member of the Wolfpack, and two, you've been brought up a few times saying that you need to get on this show so you can tell us about the tricking world. So, you are here by popular demand. So I'm excited to get to talk to you guys. And Artem, I gotta say, I'm digging the shirt. It's a nice shirt. So, real briefly, just kind of explain, Artem, who are you and what's your story?
Okay, I've been working in China 3 years already. Usually like musician, so I'm a guitarist. So I work with band, like bars, like daytime jobs in shopping malls, clubs, etc. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I do like parkour. I work like parkour athlete and tricking athlete. Like Nike released a new how to say
Video your new advertising.
Yeah. So we're doing performances in Shanghai with Kyle. So yeah.
Kyle is one of very very influent guy in parkour in China. Is have you seen this video of parkour with the top, like the start from the top and running down with some blocks and everything? Have you seen this?
I'm not sure.
This competition? it's like a very big staircase, and it's like they need to go down the fastest as they can. It's like yeah, this one, yeah, it's there. It was crazy stuff. Really like, and it's like part of
If you can send me a link, like just on Skype or something, like we can play it up on the show. But
yeah,
before we get into the tricking scene, I wanted to show a video and I wanted us to talk about it. Well, you guys actually brought it up.
yeah.
Speaking of crazy things,
What happened
oh,
yesterday?
oh my gosh, did you guys see what happened yesterday with Bailey Payne? Did you see
Yeah,
this? Oh gee, oh my god, I can't even. This I don't know how Bailey Payne is still alive. I just don't. Let me get it propped up on the show so that we can watch it. Oh,
exactly. Like I've seen him like live last time at Red Bull Ticket, falling down from the stage, and after getting back on, like he was falling on the all the media part. So there was like all the feet and everything on the floor, and it was like, okay, never mind, I'll come back and I'll do it everything.
all
It's
right,
crazy.
you guys ready for this? Watch. If you haven't seen this video yet, you're gonna have a hard time processing what you're about to see. This is real.
Oh! Shit! Good, good.
Oh my god! I mean, the fact that Bailey, that you're trying to flip over a car is preposterous. But then you get hit, and somehow you're still alive. How
Yeah,
how are you alive?
it's like
Now there's this.
that goal was so perfect. That's crazy.
I know there's a delay on the show, so I'm gonna freeze frame it right the moment he gets. I think he gets clipped. I think his leg gets clipped by the side mirror. So I don't think he gets hit full on by the front of the car. I think he got hit by just the side mirror. But it was enough just to crank him, and he just went launching into the air.
Crazy.
And he is look how close he is from smacking directly onto his head.
Yeah.
Man, Bailey,
And
I don't know what to say, man. I don't. You're an animal. I don't know. I'm not.
that's crazy.
I don't know
And
if I
like
can encourage that, but
and everything is epic in this video. Like even the shoes flying and everything is crazy. Like what?
yeah, yeah. Okay, so notice at the top of the video here. Notice he has two shoes on, and then he gets hit, and no more shoes. Yeah, his shoes just went. Boop.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't understand. All right. Anyhow, I think we just had to share that video at the top of the show because that was like, that's
Yes, that's
absurd.
an epic video. Really.
It's absurd. Also, I want to give a shout out to my wolf pack that's tuning in today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Jason says that the lagging is really bad. That sucks. Afternoon all. What's up, William? So this is gonna be tricky. If I can't figure out the lag, this episode's gonna suffer big time. Let me see what I can do about that. Let's see. Settings. Output. Bit rate. Maybe lower the bit rate, maybe. Let's do 2000. I'm just doing some random stuff here.
Yeah. Come on.
Custom encoder setting. Warning. Recording saved.
On the top of the podcast.
All right. Here's I think. Yeah, I think our lag's gonna be really bad. So everybody on the show today, I want this episode to work, and I think the only way to get it to work is I actually have to stop the live stream and start the show over. I think I have to change some settings. So if you're okay, I think we'll just we'll try the show one more time, and I need to give it a reboot because I really want this to work today. So I want us to be able to watch it. So if you guys can just stand by, everybody that's tuning in right now, just give me about 1 minute. Go back to my page, refresh my page, and then I'll be live again. and then we'll resume the show. Does that sound good? Is that okay with everybody? I'm sorry that I have to do this, but we got to do it. All right, so we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Be right back. Hold on one second. All right, so hold on one second, guys. Maybe it works now. Let's. If I figured out how to get this to work, that'd be pretty amazing. Wait, are we still? Is my live streaming service still working?
I don't think so. Like on my page, it was like interrupted.
No, I think it's still okay.
Still on?
Yeah, it's still okay. So hey, everybody, if you're still here, are you still here? Mic check 1 2. I did something crazy. I stopped the stream, started the stream, and I think the show is still active. Well, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know I could do that. Very interesting. All right, guys. Well, we're just going to go on with the show, and hopefully people can watch the videos. And if they can't, you're just going to have to describe what's going on. Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys that are still tuned in. We had a weird little setback there, but it looks like we're good to go. So let's continue on with the show. Sweet. Let's do it. I got a bunch of links. I haven't watched these, so I don't know what's going on. But our guests are going to walk us through what we're watching. So let me get this thing set up.
2016.
So yeah, the CITG. What is that? What does CITG stand for?
China International Tricking Gathering.
That's what my guess was.
It's a competition organized every year in China. I didn't do it in 2017 because I'm working with some sponsors now, so it takes time to get them involved in the event and everything. So I hope we will get back in 2018. Still working on it. I will make announcements soon, as soon as I get the news for this. So this is the only international gathering in China.
All right. So there's I was just going to say, everybody that's watching today, I apologize again that you're going to have to experience a pretty significant delay. So here's what I'm going to do for everybody watching the show. I will drop the links in the feed. So if you want to watch it during the replay or live, then we can do that. So here's what I'm going to do for everybody watching. Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you tell me again what's going on here?
CITG. So this is there is it's a sample, so like a sampler. So basically, most of the teams, team battle, single battle. I tried also kind of a 7-2 smoke mixed with many kind of events together. It didn't work so well. It was too long and people got tired very fast. But it was nice to try, like board breaking, weapon battle, and everything in the 7-2 smoke mode. It was quite interesting.
Jeez.
But the guys are crazy. This is Koki. You've heard about Koki? It's from Japan.
This is awesome. So for everybody that's maybe you're listening just on audio or you can't see the delay, but what you're seeing is right now they're doing team battles, it looks like, and I have to say in general the tricking style is it's a really healthy blend of kicking and twisting. I mean, these guys they're popping doubles and triples, and they also can actually kick really well. They got gainer switches down. Their team thing they're doing reminds me of like breakdancing, where they like interact with each other a little bit more. Which is great. It's like what I always thought tricking should be. This is awesome.
They really got inspired, like, because even if they don't share so much with international communities, basically like they watch a lot from overseas, and they share a lot on their own media, all the videos they can find. So this is Boyang. We just see like
Georgian was going crazy.
this is crazy.
Days.
This team is crazy. It's from Fujian. So Fujian is like in the eastern part of China, a bit southern from Shanghai. And this team is the biggest team in China. They have like uh, I don't know, like maybe 500 students now.
500 tricking students?
Yes.
That's
And
crazy.
they do like seminar all over China for because we need to understand like China is very like involved with Korea because Korea is a big trend in China. So all the Korean drama, everything, even Taekwondo, like now Taekwondo is pretty crazy in China, and let's say 90% of the team have and coach have a Taekwondo background. So that's why like the kicks are very similar to um to Taekwondo.
Yeah. So
Kick up punch and kick gun and everything. Yeah.
so is Korea how China learned about tricking?
There's depends where, but basically many like have they start with a cheat seven like Korean style, Korean step and everything, and most of them. But this team is not like the biggest team is have the main coach and the main athlete they have a Chinese acrobatic background.
They have
So
a
like the
huge
Chinese opera. They used to do this before, like they started when they were kids, doing Chinese opera, Chinese acrobatics, like circus stuff, and then they evolved one day to tricking. They see like many people started to try to learn in China, so they started their own school and everything.
They have a huge place to train.
Yeah,
Like I went to their gym but when Maguire Kane came there. So I was with him there, and yeah, it's huge. It's like 4 floors or 5 floors, different kind of like covering with plyro, spring floor.
they have dancing room.
Yeah,
They have like a
5
gym
floors.
room. They have a room specific for air tracks. Like they have a 30 centimeters air tracks. They do their own air tracks.
It's amazing.
And basically, what is good in China is they can provide everything with a cheap price quite easily because all the factories, like everything is made in China mostly, so it's easy for them to find the stuff. This is Chris Afonso. So yeah,
That's
and this was daytime single battles and Jason Goma.
Jason Gomez in here.
Yeah, he was there also. Like I invited 5 athletes from overseas, 2 Koreans, so Ingun and Shim Yong Hoon, and 1 Japanese called Hitoribo, who is free running and tricker, but both super crazy guy in both kind of events. And also like there was Jason Goma and Chris Afonso from Europe.
So how big do you think the tricking scene is? You're telling me right now that there's a school, they have 5,000 trickers, and it's 4 or 5 stories
Like
tall.
overall, I would say like basically because it's hard because it's really mixed with taekwondo. So sometimes it's only taekwondo schools when they do tricks. So it's really hard to find out like how many trickers there is in China. But yeah, overall, I would say like 5,000 up. 5,000 trickers up all over China.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's huge.
And there is school opening every year like 5 or 6.
Just tricking. You're telling me just tricking schools are opening? Schools just about tricking?
Just about tricking. Now there is 6 schools. Yeah. There is 5.
And so people that join these schools, are they like martial artists and then they're like, I want to go just train tricking, or are they just people that have never trained anything, they see it on and they just
Actually many of them are living with. It's not like regular students. For most of them, is like they make camp all over the year. Like there is like I take for example Fuzhou that they do 5 or 6 camp a year. It's 1 week, very intense, and it's like basically is how to learn a backflip in 1 week, stuff like this. It works very well with Chinese guys. There is many like you can see like the amount of Chinese people there is, and like one like even if it's like 1% of the population who who get interested to learn backflip, that they go, and they paid a lot of money for that.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
How to learn a backflip in 1 week. That sounds like a good camp idea, actually.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's like because there's a group, there's like this school also have 20 to 30 teachers teaching tricking.
that's wild.
Yeah.
So how does everybody communicate in China through tricking? Like, is it just through Yoku videos? Are they on Facebook groups? Or like, how do they communicate?
Actually, there is something called Baidu Tieba. It's a kind of uh, they still work with forums a lot actually. And it's very hard to follow up because it's very messy. They open new topics a lot, and so you need to follow up all the time if you want to get to learn everything about what they talk about. They use QQ, who is like a Chinese ICQ. Do you know ICQ?
No, what's
You
that?
remember this? ICQ is like the one of the first like messenger
Okay.
software ever. Yeah. And so they made the Chinese version, and they still use it for work for everything in China, and it works also like for these teams to communicate. And now they use even more WeChat, which is the Chinese WhatsApp, and all of this like really off any records of international people because it's very complicated to make them involved into just these local medias and social medias because
Uh,
it's very complicated.
do the Chinese tricking scene? Do they have access to the rest of the tricking world? Like, do they know who Michael Guthrie
Yeah,
is and Will Coney's and all of these guys?
yeah, of course. Like, and they all love a lot Annie's and like all the White Lotus time and stuff. They keep sharing it all over and over, and they love this kind of. They love really like they really love battle styles. They really like to go when they go to a gathering. If there is no battles, they don't come. Basically, like they say, no, it's boring. I don't want to go there. I want to fight with others. I want to show I'm the best. And
This is Chinese style.
that's Chinese style, like yeah.
So if there's I mean, with the video we just watched on, there's a big legs, but
Yeah.
everybody watching, like the level of the athletes was very high. They're like really, really, really good, and they could go
Yeah.
battle against the top trickers of any country and do really well. I don't see Chinese trickers in too many other competitions. Is it difficult for them to leave the country? Is it a language issue? Like, why do you
Yeah.
think they're kind of not connected with everyone?
My first is like they're not that known overseas, so I try to talk a lot with the competition organizers, but as you see, like the top athletes, they are all fun. The best athlete, which is Boyan, is also the owner of the school in Fuzhou, the 500 student school. So he's super busy. You have to do shows, you have to do seminars, you have to do like so many stuff, and they only ask for him because he's the best. So he need to arrange a lot of schedules for this to go overseas and do competitions. But he went to kick it, which is quite nice, and he went twice to Camp Adrenaline
Mm-hmm.
and Battle of Asia as well, made in the competition in Korea as well. He's been invited in to Hoops 2 times, but there was visa and timing problems because visa is very complicated for Chinese to go overseas. They've been refused already 2 or 3 times for overseas competition. So the organizer are not very happy because they have to pay the ticket so they can subscribe for the visa, and they are not sure to get the athletes at the end. So it's quite.
So you
It's
have to
quite
buy an airline ticket and then apply for a visa, and then if your visa
yeah.
doesn't work, you still have an
Yeah,
airline
you need
ticket.
to show the tickets to the to the embassy if you want to have a visa.
That's a shame, man. I wish that it was easier for the people in China to go visit, come to the United States or come to all the different parts of the world and show what they got, because the talent level there is it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference? What's some of the differences that you know about between tricking in China versus other parts of the world?
I can feel I
I think they practice like literally. They live
the live
there in
yeah.
gym and they every day like
They-
8 hours
8 hours a day?
I don't know.
Yeah, they never stop.
They crazy, but they just leave about crazy about tricking.
Tricking, yes. It's like for the main schools, they train. They are professionals. They're really professionals. They train like professionals. They are backup from universities, sport universities in China who are professionals as well. Who have they know a lot of people in the wushu world as well. Like Boyang, he's he's let's say the husband of his sister. Used to be like Chinese athlete and top level Chinese champion and everything. So they are all involved in the same community, like to do stuff. And so they can do it quite professional. And as it's street quite a lot of money from what they do as well, just by teaching and doing shows and everything.
And I think Chinese trickers they kick a lot.
Yeah.
They went from Taekwondo, I think, more.
Yeah, true. It's like
compared to
like
like foreign trickers. So not everyone can kick very good, but
Yeah, I noticed. That's what I'm noticing here is like they can
Everyone
kick very well, but
practically-
they also can flip very well. They have that perfect balance.
yeah. It's quite nice. I really like. They are still young. In creativity, they still lack a bit. There's one or two trickers who are different style, but most of the time, like it's pretty like cheat nine, cheat stuff like really taekwondo style with one or two full cock hyper hook, like something like you can see also a lot in Korea. So yeah, like I mean, it's rare to see like very creative stuff from Chinese trickers. Like this team, these three guys, like they are the main owners of the team, and it's like they are really like more creative and more they are more complete in their tricks than other trickers.
I'm watching this video. I'm just getting mesmerized. Who's this little kid? I've seen him a few times.
This this little kid actually is in
from Ningbo.
yeah. You teach him or not?
No, not really. I wanted to come there. I was in Ningbo, but I didn't get it. Their school is huge, actually.
Yeah.
There is like
The
they're very famous now. You know, they shoot the movie with this kid.
yeah, they made a
Yeah,
movies
they made
and
a
stuff.
movie.
Yeah, actually, like this is a very quite rich family in Bol who opened a very big school of taekwondo, and they copy all the choreography from Korean tigers. You know, like the dancing taekwondo stuff, and they became very famous in China. They do a lot of TV shows to be like even more shared, and they also like own a group on. On Facebook, they can go with VPN on Facebook, and they have a group called Taekwondo China Taekwondo Media or something, and
They went to Taiwan, I think, 2 weeks ago or 3
Really?
weeks ago for performance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the video.
yeah, but yeah, they are very trendy, and like their goal is really to train kids more than everything. Like they are less trickers, they are more Taekwondo background stuff.
What age do people start tricking in China?
Now the kids like at 5 years old, 6 years old
Yeah.
start. It's not as crazy as Japanese community. For the kids, it's crazy. I don't know if you have seen ever like now the Japanese kids, but
No.
they do triples at 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, that's bananas, man. That's ridiculous.
It's really standard. They can stomp it during battles and everything. I was like, shit. I went to the tricking battle Japan. It was in September.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? How many kids can do triple in Japan? It's crazy. Boyan Chen. Yeah. So this is the best trigger in China like, from far. It's like he won the Camp Adrenaline this year.
And I heard he's pretty old. He's like in his 30s, right?
Not yet. He's 20.
Or 29. 29. I mean, that's for tricking. That's still pretty old. In tricking.
He's pretty old.
Tricking world. That's an ancient. He's a dinosaur. And
this year he won Camp Adrenaline with his ankle broken.
Wow, and he beat Micho or
Jacob Pinto.
He beat Pinto, and
Yeah.
he had to beat several Red Bull Kicking It's competitors.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like even like it was he won over Wilkoni now. I forgot. Johan Kersila, who is a crazy tricker as well, from Finland and stuff. This was 2016.
Boyan is so clean. It's like if you watch him live, like.
And he's like so complete. For me, it's,
on the video, it's not like this. If you watch him, he's so clean.
He's so clean. He's super powerful. Like I've never seen a guy doing round-off backflip higher on the hard floor than on the plyo. Like his round-off backflip on hard floor is higher than the round-off backflip on the plyo. That's pretty crazy. And yeah, and also he's very complete in all his tricks. He's powerful. He's like he can do style moves, breakdance inspired moves. Like really like he's really complete. And it's like, and as soon as he's this kind of tricker, like as soon as you tell him, "Hey, try this," he will do it that first time.
How long has he been training?
Has he trained before like acrobatics? He got a very nice background in like all the basics acrobatics.
Yeah.
And really tricking, it's been 6 years.
6 years, and he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, and definitely like, and he's got all the good flooring and stuff at home, so he's improving even more now. Because he's got installations help a lot to improve as well.
Yeah, awesome. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, so the Camp Adrenaline winner is this Chinese tricker. Now he has a school of 500 competitors, or 500 students. That's awesome. I'm gonna try to play another link here. I know everybody has to suffer through a lag, so it's gonna be slow for everyone, but at least we can watch it. So what do you think is the future for tricking in China? Oh, we gotta watch this.
Actually, to prepare this show, I was talking with Boyang yesterday, and he doesn't see like for me. There is many schools and many people opening now because tricking is trendy, because they really like associate with Korean taekwondo and stuff. So it's very popular now in China, and but most of the guys like don't have such a overview about like real international tricking and style, and so it might like disappear in the coming years. All these small schools, but for the moment it's still evolve, and they will still have more schools in the coming like.
You think their schools are gonna disappear?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because they just want they use tricking to make money, and if it doesn't make money, they will just close.
Oh, I see. Because they're not in it for the love of it. They're in it to try to make $1 because it's the cool thing.
Yeah, I don't want to talk bad about Chinese trickers. I love them a lot, but that's basically what Boyang and many guys told me in China. Like also, like I didn't talk a lot and I didn't share so many videos because I don't find a lot of him. But there is this guy from Guangzhou, Alex Zhang Hongbo, who is the second best tricker in China, and he thinks the same. He just want to go away and go to US training because like the Chinese trickers always talk about shit and stuff. So
yeah,
you want like conditions to train and improve.
Is there a lot of like politics and like beef and people arguing with each other in China?
Actually, everybody hates the best team because like they cannot beat them at competitions, and so like now I've heard like now many trickers like don't want to go to competition because they say like they buy all the judges and everything.
Yeah, because
And they say, well, why we should go if we will not win?
Because
we need to practice.
And when they win, they just like show off, and like they do all the advertising like it's on a daily basis on the groups. I am on it on WeChat or other medias, every day you can see best in China, best in our area. We are winning competitions, the best way, best teachers and everything to learn backflip. It's really big, like commercial competition as well.
And it just annoys everybody.
Yeah, it's not the one who love tricking because we don't care. So just here, just love it, and we just want to improve. And that's not the way to do it.
Right. Well, I'll give them props for working it. Hey man, if you don't care, you don't care. But hey, if it grows your school, sure, whatever. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's like, it's really easy for them like to get more students because China is big. Many guys like are just boring. They don't know what to do in China. Like there's so many people. They don't have degrees, but they have money because the parents own a factory or two factories. They got a lot of money from real estates as well, and so they don't know what to do. They can do it whatever they want. Okay, let's do something fun. Let's do backflip stuff. They call it that way, the flipping schools, and yeah, that's quite interesting how it evolves in China, very like all apart from anything else in the world.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So parents own factories, and then the rich kids open up schools, but then the schools don't work because they don't make money because they never created the school for the right reason.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's super interesting. That's only in China you're gonna find that problem.
Yeah. They're boring because they have too much money, but they're not good at school, so they do some other stuff. They try other stuff.
Yeah, they have money, but they don't know how to
Yeah.
do it. Like
they have money from the parents or the
they
grandparents.
think,
They
oh,
just
okay, let's do it. But
I need to make friends with these rich Chinese trickers.
I like to as well, but they are very very cocky.
It's
Only
hilarious.
Chinese can manage them. Really, like it's very complicated.
Awesome. Well, let's try one more video here.
Yep.
I'm sorry, everybody watching the show, that you're struggling to see the video stuff. I wish you could see how crazy it is. Loading. The other problem is here that I'll never be able to figure out the tricking scene because I don't speak Mandarin and everything is just all
In Chinese.
the Chinese. Like I'll see all these squiggly lines. I'm like, I have no idea what any of this is. I guess the same problem is in Russia too. There's a couple.
In Russia they have BK, right?
Yeah, what's the tricking scene like in Ukraine and Russia? What is tricking like in Ukraine and Russia?
In Ukraine, I don't know, it's dead because like there is no place where you can go to practice. I mean, good place. Of course, we have like gym to practice where, but it's
it's hard to get in.
Yeah, it's hard to get in and too much money. So yeah, and in Ukraine, there is like the bad situation now. Economy is going down. The prices for goods it's so high, and the salary is so low. I mean, like people survive there, and but in Russia, yeah, you see there is like a lot of trickers. They going crazy, like Slovakistan, King Ilya, etc. Like
Yeah,
they're so good. They have place where to practice, a good gym, and yeah,
oh,
like this.
yeah. So this is Jean Humboldt. This is the guy I was talking about just before. He's the second best tricker in China. He has been invited also to Camp Adrenaline. And I really like his style. He's been training only for 3 years tricking now.
3 years?
3 years only. And he's like no background.
That's
young.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's 21 now. 21?
I think
He's 21?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that you can be that good starting most people think if you got to be one of the best in the world, you got to start when you're like 6 years old, 7 years old. You know, you got to start when you're a little kid. But you're saying he started when he was like 18 years old.
And he's got a very like a unique way to train and everything. Let's say I've been watching him since he started because it was in China, in Guangzhou. I used to live there, and at first he didn't know what to do, so he started with parkour because the parkour team there is quite good in Guangzhou, and I started to teach tricking, and he came to my class when I used to live there, and he's like in let's say 6 months he was like 10 times better than me. I was like, shit. It's like, I was so sad. Like, okay, there's nothing to teach you. Just go watch videos. And it's like, he's got a very pretty unique spirit. Like, you say, like, every time he's tricking, he just chill. Like, you just make his head empty and just go for it and believe you will do the move, you know. And that's some stuff I've heard also with other big trickers. That's one tip. Is like that. Don't think too much and just go for it and believe you can do it, and it works most of the time.
It's interesting. So that is kind of the tricker idea of just go for it, but it's also risky in its own right. You can get injury prone from doing that.
But yeah, really like actually it's more like go it, relax, go for it, relax, not like full power, very tense and stuff.
Sure.
No need. Just need to be empty in your head, very relaxed. That's why like some guys like to go to Holland and hooked because like they're very relaxed because of some other reasons. and, and they love it and they can do very crazy moves because like they don't feel so much fear, but mostly like muscles are so relaxed that at the moment like they need to use power, it's full power, and that helps a lot really like to be relaxed in tricking. And
true. I've noticed myself. I mean, I haven't trained in forever, but when I did and I wanted to do a new move or make it easier, the less that I thought about it and the more that I just did it and I just found that connection and I in myself just go, then you're able to just get your body to cooperate. Whereas if you're thinking about it too much, you'll tighten up and you'll think too hard about everything, and then it all just kind of falls apart, right?
Yeah. Like after we start with the move, that's crazy. Like, and sometimes you just like relax. You get drunk a bit, and then you do a bit twist in the street.
Drink some vodka and then relax.
Drink some vodka.
That's the Russian way.
It's the Russian way.
Or where is the floor? Then spin,
And go for
hook, bit twist.
The drunken master style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's. I'm very sad because like I always like wished Chinese wushu people will get more involved into tricking, but they really like look down on tricking and they don't want to train it at all.
Why is that?
But they've been like kind of brainwashed by wushu for so many years. Wushu is the best sport, it's the most noble art and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, like, yeah, tricking is easy. We can do this during relax time. It's not true, but for them, it's like this in their head, like just a little game, and they're not getting interested.
Yeah.
Because there's a very big community for wushu. There is backup from government and everything. So it's really another league in China.
And so, despite how big wushu is, you're also telling me too that taekwondo is huge in China. Is that right?
Yeah. It's like they really aim all to be Olympic champion and everything. It's crazy. I don't even know like now how big it is in China for the taekwondo community because there is many different federation and stuff according like if they follow one, even in Korea it's not like only one federation because it's every guy's like think differently, different origin for taekwondo, so different schools, and so it's all spread out like most martial arts.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to track everything there.
It's not unity. There's no unity. It's all just 100 styles all over the place and different circuits and different leagues. Same. So it sounds like the same as the United States. The United States we have, we have an ATA which is Taekwondo. We have the ITF Taekwondo, WTF which is Taekwondo. Then you got NASCA, which is Taekwondo plus other styles. Then you have NBL, Taekwondo, and other styles. You know, like it just goes on and on of all these different rules and stuff. So it sounds like that's just a kind of a worldwide problem, worldwide thing with martial arts.
But yeah, this is same in wushu. Like I used to be a wushu athlete before. I used to be in French team, and I quit because it was too many politics and too much wasting time to talk about how we should be trained by who, when. Like nobody wants to put money because there is no unity, so it's not one fund for everything. So all the money is spread out in different federation and stuff, and all the directors take the money and don't help people. So it's like, fuck it, guys. When you figure out how to manage stuff, like tell me, because I was
Okay.
like so tired about this.
Huh. Well, I don't have an answer, man. I don't know.
No, it's to those guys. Like I
Yeah.
told them, like in front of the press, like, okay, I'm leaving. You talk when you figure out. Tell me because it's wasting my time and energy. I've
Yeah.
been doing this sport for 15 years, and you guys like are still at the same point in management, and that's time consuming for everybody. And they kill so much hope into the athletes and stuff. That's ridiculous. I don't like this. Really.
Yeah. Sounds like the same problem you'll find all over the world. It's not just.
Yeah, that's why I love tricking because we're quite freedom, so there is not so much fight and conflict of interest between different people. It's like we all trickers. Then what? Like, okay, you organize your stuff, I organize my stuff. Okay, you want some athlete for me? I can give you. Like, we don't fight so much. There is some fights, there is some stories, but it's like always.
But actually, I mean, they fight in like internet posting, messaging in groups.
Yeah.
But when the time comes to the gathering, when it's like going down a little bit, no one is fighting, everyone is okay.
Of course, there is some stories. Like I remember the stories with Chris Afonso and Michael Guthrie or Jacob Pinto during Hooked 2 years ago, or stuff like this. But these small stories, it's just individuals. It's not like a full group or full.
Sure. Yeah.
It's been organized,
It
organizers together to make tricking better.
in general, yeah, it's not like in tricking. It's not like this group versus that group. I mean, there might be some individual conflicts between people, but also typically they're not even that. Typically, they're not that big of a deal, and they get over it. But yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I really love tricking for this. There's a lot of things we can do, and I'm not trying to make the same mistakes I've seen in other sports. Really, like as an organizer, I really like spread it tricking into southern China. I really like try to make them open their mind and don't fight too much with other trickers and tell them like it's not in their interest and stuff. And I really like work hard for this. And even like all over Asia, I'm trying like to make people meet each other and like know each other to make stuff because otherwise
You're the worldwide connector, man. You're bringing.
I want to do that. Like because I don't want like to make the guys like the athletes suffer because of organization problem. Nobody
Right.
deserves.
So our time on the show is just about up, but I want to know like how can people learn more about tricking in China? Like what could they do?
Actually, like I just put Artem into Tricking China page on Facebook and Instagram, so it will help me out to share more about content and stuff because I also have a regular job, so it's very hard to put everything together.
More,
So he will have more time to help me out, and he's also like in the loop with everything with Chinese triggers, so he will have more time to share more content in the future. So we hope we will do that, and that's a big announcement of 2018. We are working now. We will make a try in December. We want to make a vlog with interview of Chinese trickers in school all over China. So
Great.
to follow up, we'll be able to follow on YouTube and Facebook.
Awesome. All right, guys. So if you want to see more about tricking in China, there's a Facebook page. It's called Tricking China. China Tricking.
Yep. Tricking China.
Tricking China. That's easy. It's pretty easy to find. Cool. A lot of amazing talent out there, and thank you guys for taking the time, like staying up in the middle of the night to talk to us and explain the world, like what's going on in China, because it's pretty amazing. Yeah. It's a totally different world, and most of us that pay attention to the tricking scene have. If you don't speak Mandarin, we don't know. You know, we're not. If you don't live in Asia, we just don't know. So. And
really thank you for inviting us. Hope we will meet one day. Hopefully, we'll go to US very soon. I think.
Cool. Well, if you can't make it to US, you know, I'll just hop over to China. All right.
Yeah. CITG 2018. That's the date.
What's the date?
I still don't know when, but it will happen in 2018.
All right. Well, it sounds crazy. Maybe I'll come to China for that. Just let me know.
For sure. It would be crazy.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap up today's episode. I want to thank everybody that tuned in. My Wolf Pack. Today was it was an eye-opening episode of what's going on in the tricking world in China. A little laggy. I know I got some technological issues that we had to overcome. Did the best we could. We tried to explain it though. Anyhow, tomorrow on the show, I want you guys. We're going to be talking about social media, so we're going to switch. We're going from tricking. We're going back to the social media talk. You guys really liked the episode last week where we kind of did social media audits and talked about some strategies how to make your social media game better. So if you want to be part of that, we're going to be doing an earlier episode though. It's going to be earlier in the day. It will be at 10, 12, 11. It'll be at approximately 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central, and 8 a.m. Pacific. So nice and early for you. So make sure you tune into that one. And that's it. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody for sticking around with us today. You guys, you can go to bed now. It's like 2 in the morning for you.
I still have work tomorrow. Like it's 2
Oh no! All right. Get some sleep. Thank you guys for staying up for this.
Thank you for inviting us. We really enjoyed it. Yeah, really.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.